How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to a brand new match preview on the channel. Hope you guys are keeping well and safe. And it's an alright time at the moment to be a Wolves fan. Lots going on. As you would have seen on the channel, we've announced our first signing of 2022 this week. And of course, we've got a massive win up against Manchester United as well. But today we are going to be previewing the start of Wolverhampton Wanderers' FA Cup campaign. The first campaign in this cup under Bruno Lage. So today I'm going to be giving my thoughts as we face off against Championship side Sheffield United. As always, be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We've got the Sheffield United perspective later on in the video as well. But it is going to be quite an interesting one. Of course, we've seen Wolves in the Carabao Cup so far. So we've sort of got an indication on how Bruno Lage likes to approach these competitions. And with the squad size and the squad depth like we've got, yes, we can rotate, but it's not going to be a completely weak side. I'll go through my predicted lineup shortly, but we're still going to have some strong players in there. I feel, you know, you look back at our cup games so far this season. I think we played Nottingham Forest where, you know, we did quite well against them, albeit they're a very weak Forest side, but, you know, we still played some strong players. And even against Spurs, you know, we took them to penalties, but still a solid side as well. So I'm hoping Bruno Lage can go into this game, yes, swap one or two, well, a few players, but still have a strong team. And that's what fans love. Football fans love nothing less than having a good go in the FA Cup. And if you can play a strong team, you've got a really good chance of doing it. Of course, we would, you know, moments away from being in the FA Cup final just years ago, and we as Wolves fans, you know, we don't enjoy talking about it. I personally have never watched the highlights back from that game, and I don't intend to anytime soon. But these are the type of competitions I think we, as a club now, we're at that size and stature where we can start to take these competitions a little bit more seriously. One of the downsides maybe is that, yes, we've got to have 2 games rearranged due to COVID over Christmas. So it will, you know, make the schedule a little bit more busy. But as fans, these are the moments, these are the games you live for. Look back to that FA Cup campaign. That game against Manchester United was phenomenal and arguably one of the best nights of atmosphere Molineux has seen for a long, long time. And I'm hoping that we can create some more moments like that as well in the future. I would love nothing less for Wolves to go on another great cup run, and hopefully Bruno Lage is the man that can help provide that. Of course, Wolves signed their first player of 2022, Heyo Kawabe. Lots have been going on within the first team squad. We've got Dion Sanderson back, Ryan Giles back, Totti Gomez has come back from Grasshoppers as well. Andreas Sondergaard, I think, has come back from his loan spell at Randers. So there are lots of new players that can, you know, be included in this squad if we wish. And it's quite difficult to know exactly how Bruno is going to play. This is the lineup that I'm expecting, but not, you know, like I said, I'm not, you know, don't think this is definitely going to be the lineup, but this is something I think Bruno may go for. So I've gone with John Ruddy in goal. Jose Sarr has been phenomenal, but I think it's only fair. John Ruddy, it's been agreed more or less with him now that he is the cup goalkeeper. So I've gone with John Ruddy in goal. I've gone with a pretty strong back three of Max Kilman, Connor Cody and Dion Sanderson. Now, of course, Dion coming back. Huge opportunity for him in this back line with Romain Saiss out. So I've gone with those 3 as my back 3. I've gone with Ryan Aït-Nouri on the left, although I can see Ryan Giles starting there. I've gone with Ryan Aït-Nouri and Keanu Hoover as the 2 wing-backs for Sunday's game. The middle's quite an interesting one. I've opted for Dendoncker alongside Moutinho. This could easily be Neves, but also could be someone like Jourdau or even Luke Kundal, who's been on the bench so many times this season and desperate for that first team opportunity. I think if Wolves are in a winning position, someone like Kundal can come in. But on this occasion, I have opted for Dendoncker and Moutinho. Bruno Lage may shock us. We may see Kawabe play and even start. I doubt it. I think that'll be the 2. And the front 3 as well. Now, a lot of speculation surrounding the Adama Traore, but I have gone with him to start alongside Fabio Silva, and I have put Francisco Trincao in there as well. But Could we see a front two, maybe of Silva and Adama with another midfielder in behind? I don't know, but maybe I'd say that'll probably, for me, be that front three there as well. But lots of opportunities. Bruno could surprise us all, could go full strength, could see one or two players that we don't normally see, but that's probably the team that I feel that, you know, could be close to what Bruno goes for. But guys, we're going to move on to the opposition preview now. I spoke to Sheffield United fan Nick ahead of this game to see where Sheffield United are, how they're getting on this season, and what maybe we can expect on Sunday at Molineux. So guys, delighted to be alongside Nick from the Sheffield United way for today's opposition preview. Firstly, Nick, thank you for coming on. How are you keeping?
Yeah, not bad. Thank you very much. It's just a bit frustrating. We were just talking off air that we've had literally 2 games in December and we've had 4 called off. So it feels weird just doing a video with you right now. We haven't done anything in what seems such a long time.
Yeah, no, it's been a frustrating time for a lot of football fans, really, with everything going on. Wolves have had 2 games postponed as well, but thankfully we're back in action now. Sheffield United, talk to me about them. Obviously relegated last season from the Premier League, sat in 13th place at the moment in the league. In your opinion, the fans' opinions, how's that season been getting on so far?
Well, it's really a season of 2 halves, really, even though we haven't had a full season yet. We've had kind of some not really any sort of positive notes under Slavisa Jokanovic. It was always going to be difficult coming from kind of getting relegated in the way that we did. We had a half decent end to the season with Paul Heckingbottom, and now is the manager again. And under Slavisa Jokanovic, it was horrific football. All we were doing is just passing it sideways and backwards. We were having 60, 70, 80% possession in some matches and not creating a chance. Like, it was so boring to watch. But since Paul Heckingbottom's taken the reins, they've been brilliant, absolutely scintillating. Like when we got promoted to the Premier League, and obviously that first season under Chris Wilder when we were actually good. So yeah, it's a bit of a frustrating time that COVID's obviously got involved and stopped a lot of matches happening. Because we were on a 4-match winning streak, 1 of them under Slavisa and then 3 under Paul Heckingbottom, beating top of the league Fulham as well away from home. So we were doing really, really well until we got stopped. But we've got loads and loads of games obviously backed up. And if we can carry on winning games like we were before, then I think we'll be absolutely fine. I think 13th is a bit of a false position right now for where the team is.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't even see the amount of games that you had in hand. I was just thinking, I'm looking at the points, maybe playoffs could be a little bit stretched too far, but you've got 3 or 4 games in hand on some teams. So definitely still within a shout of that. Obviously, I don't keep a proper close eye on Sheffield United, but whenever you guys are in the news, there always seems to be something going on. I think there's either something with the chairman or obviously in this case, the management as well. Were you guys disappointed when Heckingbottom was the man that was named as the new boss?
Yes. And now thinking back, it was ill-informed, if you like, because Heckingbottom's done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. He's done really, really well with the under-23s before. Then he took charge of us when we were at our worst under Chris Wilder. And he actually, I think he won 1 less game than Chris Wilder in his really, really short time as being the manager. But picking up, I think it was 3 wins in like 7 or 8, something like that. It's really good to say how bad we were last season. And then obviously, I think Paul Heckingbottom was given like a 5 or 6 year deal. And it's like, what is that all about? But at the same time, I feel like there's probably something in his contract where it's like, if you don't do this, then the payoff isn't as good or whatever. So I don't think it's real. I think it's just really about, you deserve this shot. Here's a big contract. Go and earn it. And we were a bit gutted, but at the same time, Jokanovic, he wasn't the right fit for the club. He wasn't the right fit for the players, because we played for such a long time in a 3-5-2 formation, and he wanted to play strikers and central midfielders on the wings, and it just wasn't working. When you've got out-and-out goal scorers playing wide, it doesn't work. And it's almost like Jokanovic always wanted to try and put whatever the players were, play to his system, and it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah, sometimes you need a new a compromise, don't you? You know, yes, a manager can have a style or shape in mind, but you've still got to make it work with the players that you got at your disposal. So, no surprise really that if he was doing that, it didn't last as long as maybe he would have wanted. One player that's out on loan at you guys from us is Morgan Gibbs-White. Now, I thought he did really well for Wolves in pre-season, and was quite surprised to see him let go. I've seen lots and lots of praise for him. What's been your opinion on Morgan so far this season?
He's been terrible. You don't want him back. You do not want him back. He's awful. No, I'm joking. I'll be honest with you. I think at times he's absolutely lit the Championship up, and I think potentially he is the best player in the Championship. However, he does have a tendency to overplay things, try fancy flicks when he's just not. I just don't think he's grown up enough, if you know what I mean. I think obviously that's why he sent players out on loan to get game time, to learn their trade from maybe more experienced players. But yeah, he is fantastic to watch. He's the most exciting player I've seen at Bramall Lane, maybe ever in my time watching Sheffield United anyway. But yeah, he just needs to cut out or make better decisions in certain areas. But yeah, he's great to watch. He's obviously gone back to you guys to be assessed on an injury. I just hope we get him back, because if we don't get him back, I think that's going to be not a season defining moment, but not a season ending moment, if you like.
Yeah. I'm hoping so as well. I think it would be last season. He was on loan at Swansea, did really well, and we recalled him. And he just didn't. He came back to us and only got a handful of games really. And I know him. Him personally, he was really disappointed that he didn't, he wanted to go back to Wolves to play, and that didn't happen. So I don't think Wolves will make the same mistake. I'm hoping not. So unless there are some serious problems within the Wolves squad, I think you guys should be okay. And there's a lot of Wolves fans for some reason that thought he was going to play against us as well. I'm not sure that they thought it. Right, Morgan's going to score against us. I was like, I don't think you know the rules about
never going to
happen. Obviously, you guys haven't played in a while. Obviously, this game away at Wolves is probably going to be your first one in a few weeks. Are you going to be playing a strong team, do you think, or is it going to be a slightly rotated side? What do you reckon?
Do you know what? If we'd have played all our games, I would have said definitely rotated side. I can't say, because we've played 2 games in December. But I don't think we've played in the last 2 or 3. So the players have had kind of 2, 3, 4 weeks off. So like, it could be, the thing is, we've got so many games that are backing up. He might go with a rotated squad. He might go with maybe 4 or 5 first teamers starting, or players that he would like to see in that starting 11. But at the same time, they just need some game time. And I think really, if we play a full strength side in this game, it's getting the match fitness back. So I can't say, to be honest, mate. Like I say, I think if we would have played all those games, it wouldn't have been the first team, but it could easily be the first team in this game.
Yeah, it's quite a difficult situation for you guys to be in, because obviously, your players haven't played in such a long time. They haven't really got that match sharpness possibly. So they are going to need it in this sort of game. And I'm sure for you guys, if you do play a strong team, you're not going to be expecting 100% from them. But if they can use this just to get a bit of match sharpness back to try and continue your good form in the league, I'm sure you wouldn't mind that. Now, time for the tough question. We know league form and so on can go out of the window in the FA Cup, but if you had to put your what's the right phrase? Well, give me a score prediction rather than me confusing myself.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care if we win this game or not. I just want to see some of the players get a few minutes under the belt, like you were saying before.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're expecting Wolves to win the game with league positions and divisions and whatnot. I'm probably going to say a 2-1 Wolves win. It doesn't really matter.
That's fair. Yeah. I think that's a fair result. I'm hoping Wolves, you know, will get the result. But at the same time, sort of similar situation to you. I just don't know how Bruno Lage is going to set us up. I would have put my prediction in earlier in this video, but I just don't know whether he's going to do a complete rotation, whether he's going to still play some first teamers. I really don't know how he's going to approach it. So, guys, be sure to check out Nick's channel, the Sheffield United Way. I'll make sure I leave a link to it in the description down below. Nick, thank you very much for jumping on, mate, and all the best for Sunday and the FA Cup.
Thank you very much.
So big thanks to Nick. I'll make sure I leave a link to his channel in the description down below. Fantastic to talk to him. I'm looking forward to going to the game, guys. There are plenty of tickets still left. So be sure to if you're free, you got nothing else on, or plans are free, go and grab a ticket. You know, support the lads. It should be a really good game. Also, I am recording this on Thursday night, so Bruno may well have a press conference on Friday and rubbish a lot of the things that I've said to do with the predicted lineup. But I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Wolves. Do let me know your thoughts and predictions on this game, and fingers crossed, Wolves are in the hat for the 4th round draw next week. As always, guys, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you all very, very soon.